The bright sun shining through her window announced to Cora that summer was finally here. She had been waiting for this moment since last year because her friends and her brother had been saving up for a trip to Hawaii to make this summer special. Cora had always wanted to go to Hawaii. Seduced by the beauty of nature, the clear sea waters, and the rich Hawaiian culture, Hawaii topped her long list of countries to visit. She had been counting down the days, and now the moment had finally arrived. Her bags were packed in her messy room, ready for departure tomorrow. She was already dreaming of feeling the warm sand beneath her feet on this beautiful island. But at dinner that night, she discovered something unexpected. "Tomorrow, you'd better wake up early. I don't want to miss my flight because of you," Cora told her brother. "Relax, the flight's at noon.
We have time."
Also, I have to pick up Heesung before we head to the airport," he replied casually. "Wait, what? Why would you have to pick up Heesung?" "Oh, you didn't know? He's coming to Hawaii with us," her brother said nonchalantly. "What?" she repeated, shocked. Kong Heesung was her brother's best friend. They had known each other since kindergarten and remained close ever since. It was probably because Carl was the only person who could tolerate Heesung's chaotic personality. Heesung was the definition of a perfect mess. His face was probably the most handsome Cora had ever seen, but as soon as he opened his mouth, she just wanted to bury him 6 feet under. While Carl and Heesung were inseparable, the same could not be said for Cora and Heesung. They couldn't stand each other. They wouldn't step into the same room without bickering like crazy. Heesung irritated Cora with his nonchalance, his self-centered behavior, and the way he acted as if the world revolved around him. On the other hand, Heesung was equally annoyed by Cora's stubbornness and her endless chatter, as if she were a machine stuck on yap mode. "If Heesung is coming, I'm staying," Cora declared. "Please, Cora, stop being childish," Carl retorted. "It's not childish," she snapped. "I've been planning this trip for years. It's my dream vacation. Why did you have to invite your idiot best friend? All your friends are going. Why can't I bring the only one I have?" Because I don't like him," she retorted. "That's an odd thing to say," he replied. "Listen, Carl, I know he's your friend, but you have no reason to overreact like this. Sure, you don't like each other, but it's not like he'll ruin the trip for you," Carl said, cutting her off.
"He will.
His very presence will," she snapped back. "This is ridiculous. Why do you even hate him so much?" "It's not like he doesn't hate me either," she replied. "No, he doesn't hate you. Heesung never hated you, Cora," Carl said firmly before leaving the dining room. Cora spent the night thinking about that one sentence. What did it mean? She had always been sure that Heesung loathed her just as much as she despised him. She couldn't recall a single moment they'd spent together without arguing. Bickering was the only word that defined their relationship. The next day, Cora and her friends, Diane and Sophia, waited at the airport. Carl was running late because he had gone to pick up Heesung. Cora was impatient, worried her brother might miss the flight because of him. "He went to pick up Heesung, you said?" Diane asked. "Yes, I don't know what's taking them so long," Cora replied, her frustration mounting. "Maybe it's traffic," Sophia suggested sympathetically. "You know what? I had a bad feeling about this. I knew Heesung would bring us bad luck. Why did Carl even invite him in the first place? All I wanted was the perfect trip, and now that Heesung is coming, I know it'll be a disaster," Cora said, clearly annoyed. "I don't understand why you dislike him so much." "He seems like a cool guy," Sophia replied. "I bet you were just talking about me," a voice said behind Cora before she could respond. She turned around to see Heesung standing there with a grin. His nonchalant look was as attractive as it was infuriating in Cora's eyes. "You wish I'd waste my breath talking about you," she shot back. Heesung's grin widened. "It's not like you have anything more interesting to talk about," he teased. "Have you ever heard of humility? Being humble? Being less arrogant and self-centered?" Cora asked, already irritated.
"No."
"Want to teach me, baby girl?" he said with a smirk. Cora wanted to retort, but the way he casually called her baby girl left her speechless. "With this much passion between you two, you should just date already," Diane quipped. "Never." Cora and Heesung shouted in unison. "She's not my type," Heesung added. As if you could ever pull me, Cora snapped. If I wanted to pull you, Cora, you'd already be mine, Heesung replied smugly. The group looked at them, too stunned to speak. Relax, guys. No need to make a scene in public, Carl interjected. It's not my fault, Cora and Heesung said in unison. They grabbed their bags and headed for check-in, the mood already tense. Well, this trip is going to be interesting, Diane whispered to Sophia. Right? I bet they'll make out, Sophia replied. Oh, they definitely will. And I'm here for it, Diane said. Here are fans from day one. The two girls laughed as they walked toward the terminal. One thing was certain, this was going to be a very interesting trip.